Today we're discussing strategies for keyword searches. So let's review. In step 1, task definition, these are the 6 steps you should take. You should read the assignment, rewrite the assignment in your own words, create a checklist of requirements and due dates, write research questions, write a specific task statement, and use those research questions to determine keywords. In step 2, you should make a list of all possible sources to answer your research questions and evaluate those sources to pick out the best ones. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to use those keywords to find the information that you want to find. So when searching by keyword, you are creating what we call a query. There are different strategies you can use when searching with keywords to get the best results. Let's look at some. Using the same keyword or words, I can get different results by including certain commands in the query box. If you go to Google, the box that you actually type in the keywords in is called the query box. Included with those keywords, you're going to type some commands to tell Google what you want them to give you back, the results you want. So for example, if you want to narrow down your resources by the type of site or within a site, you would type :site. To locate a particular phrase on a web page, you put the keyword in quotation marks. To locate a particular file, you write the command file type: and then the extension of the file you want. So in this case, I'm looking for PDFs. If you want documents, you would do DOC. If you want PowerPoints, you would do PPT. To get one word but not another word, you would write keyword space dash unwanted word, so that Google reads keyword minus unwanted word. And to retrieve results from another country, you would write site: and the country code. Google uses your current location when retrieving results. So if you want results from a different country, then you need to tell Google that. The advanced search also has some different options that you can use. To access the advanced search in Google, you type in a keyword and then press the little gear, this little gear button, and it'll have an option for an advanced search. And it can do similar things as we just discussed. Okay, so let's look at how this works with the actual keywords. So if my research question is, how did Lucille Ball affect American culture? I pick out my keywords: Lucille Ball, American culture, I Love Lucy, and women's life 1900s. If I just typed in that question into Google, notice I get about 500,000 results, and the first 3 results, which match my question the best, are all sites that aren't credible. We don't consider blogs to be a credible source when doing research, so I can't use those. This is why typing in a question is not the best strategy. So let's look at how using the strategies we just talked about can better my search. Okay, so if I wrote Lucille Ball, American culture, each in their separate quotation marks, this is what I get. So notice I do get a blog here, But I also get some .org, which is a really good site. And here I get a book. And here I get Washington Post, which is a good newspaper, and a New York Times review. And I have a PDF. So that returns some pretty good searches. And there are only about 55,000 of them. I'm never going to go through 55,000. So it's best to narrow it down as much as you can. Okay, let's see what else we get. If I put Lucille Ball site history.com, that means that I want to find Lucille Ball on the site history.com. And I only get 385 results. So I've narrowed my search down pretty good. And notice that all the sites are history.com. History.com is a website that I trust, and I know that this information is going to be credible. And all of the sources are going to have Lucille Ball in them. Okay, Lucille Ball culture file type PDF. So if I type this into Google, it's going to return only PDF files that have the words Lucille Ball culture in it. So let's see what we get. Okay, so notice we get this same .org PDF again. I get this other WordPress, not too interested in that. Oh, but look here, I get a southeastern.edu. So that's probably credible, not sure, but it's probably credible because it's from an educational website. And I got a lot of edu hits actually. So it looks like, oh, and this is a country code, so that's probably good, another edu. So that returned some pretty good sites. And it gave me 86,000 of them. So I probably have a lot to go through, and I can probably find at least something that's useful to me. If I want to know about Lucille Ball, but I'm getting too many sites that are talking about her husband on the show I Love Lucy, Ricky Ricardo, I want to eliminate Ricky Ricardo from my sites. So I'm going to type Lucille Ball space dash quotations, so it puts these two words together, Ricky Ricardo, close quotes. Notice I get a lot more hits, 1.5 million, and I'm getting a little less credible. So I start with Wikipedia, we don't want to use that. But look, biography. So in this biography, it's going to talk only about Lucille Ball, nothing about Ricky Ricardo, which is interesting. Going down, I get a lot more biographies. The Lucille Ball Museum, that would probably be a good source. So this is good if you want to eliminate a common keyword that's showing up that may be clouding your feed. All right, finally, I want to know about how Lucille Ball impacts society, but only in the United States. So the site code for the United States is US. So I'm going to write Lucille Ball Society site :US. And you're going to notice that it returns websites that end with that site code .us. So these are like government websites. Okay, .us is a museum. This is a library. This is looks like a book from University Press. So these are some really good hits. Again, some really credible stuff. And I only have 24,000 of them versus the 1.5 million that I got when I posted about just Lucille Ball. Okay, so now it's your turn. Come up with your own topic, write your research question or questions, determine the keywords based on those questions, then practice the searching strategies that you just learned here. How was it? Answer on your worksheet.